Yeah, you said that my book had too much evidence that was like got tiresome, like hearing all the data that I had assembled, like proving that black people and white people hung out together in early America. And you were right. You were right. But I wanted to explain to you, it's been 10 years, I've been waiting to explain to you for 10 years why that is, which is it's the problem that you face. You know, when you say stuff that people are going to hate, you need to
Listen,
yeah, you need to support it with like every bit of evidence you can. So I actually your critique of my book was dead on. It's just that I need you to understand that the reason that sometimes it gets a little dry, you know, and tiresome perhaps is that I'm up against it when I'm making a really radical argument. I got to present all the evidence. So that's all.
I understand that, and a lot of times I appreciate it. Can I get an ashtray, and then I will never bother you again? Yeah, a lot of times it's necessary for me. A lot of times I read just hoping to get material out of it. Like I read almost strictly nonfiction. Like
Right.
if I'm going to I read so painfully slowly, and like any given sentence can send my head off on a path, and then I've read two more paragraphs that I didn't ever really read. So redundancy is great for me. I might have been thinking of something else. I mostly do Audible books now,
Yeah.
uh, unless I'm on vacation.
Yeah, yeah. People assume that I'm a fast reader, but I'm a very slow reader because just like you, I'll read a sentence and that will send off sparks in every direction, right? And then
Exactly.
my mind goes from there. I don't know what that means about us. I mean, it means well, it means that we're clinically diagnosed as ADHD, but like, what else might it mean? Do you think?
Like if the subject is interesting, or if it's guiding you, it should. I mean, that's why I do read, because it does make me think.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm not a book snob. Like, why don't you pick up a book? It's still a form of escapism. A lot of times I prefer TV because I can share that with someone. I can't share a great book like, oh fuck, this is great. Oh wait, you're not reading this too. So but it does, get my brain going. So I don't mind that it makes me flighty. Usually the better the book, the the less I'm paying attention to it.
Right. Well, it's interesting. I was thinking about you and your career. I mean, you're so much you're a man of the mind. You read books, you think about big ideas, you incorporate big ideas into your act, but you're also totally famous as a man of the body, like the pleasures, hedonism, the drinking, the smoking, the sex, the whatever, you know, I mean, that's what you kind of revel in it, talk about it openly. And that kind of like it almost disproves this old idea in Western culture that you're either one or the other, right? You can't be both intellectual and hedonistic. But you're sort of a walking contradiction to that, aren't you?
I don't know that that's I've never heard that people that are what's libertines are
Right.
necessarily dolts. But as the years have gone on, I've become a lot less Hunter-esque and a lot more Bukowski.
Mm.
My days of LSD are fucking done. Now it's just cocktails and cigarettes slouched over the bar with a horseshoe posture.
Oh, is that it? Okay, so you've narrowed down the stimulants.
I've been fucking with edibles a little bit here and again. It makes me a
Mm-hmm.
little bit happier, a
Yeah.
little sillier. Which when I get back on the road, I hope that a little bit of that comes into my act, because I don't want to come out like the last however few years, just every fucking comedian has turned into some pontificating fucking political leaning and mask or anti-mask, and everyone's joined a camp and a wing, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to come out with a little bit of fucking. I want some diarrhea in my act. I want some lowest common denominator fucking ridiculousness, at least a little bit, to take the edge off. I don't want to, like, you kind of stole my thing. I was the fucking yelling guy, and now the girl who talked about fucking dating in her period is the yelling guy now. I'm like, all right.
so so you don't want to come out when you're back on the road with the books necessarily. You want to speak to the people and their base instincts, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, I want to have some fun.
Yeah.
It's
Jesus Christ, what a concept. Fuck.
Wasn't it? Was it Zeppelin that said, "Does anybody here remember laughter?"
Well,